Alright, so let's go ahead and start getting going, shall we? So this is going to be a bit of a different thing, as well. Normally, I do like gaming streams on here. There are some archived streams from a while ago where I was painting a metal butterfly and whatnot, but I've decided, yeah, let's do a stone turtle. So let's transition on over. So here's my apron. So I'm going to be pretty quiet overall during this stream because, well, I like to listen to music while I paint and whatnot. I don't do it very often, but that's kind of what I tend to like to do. Yes, I am putting on the apron because I tend to like to wipe somewhere else, and might as well do it on my apron. So, yeah, I'll be relatively quiet for a good chunk of the stream, though. If there are any comments or whatnot that come through, I will be keeping an eye out on the chat. So, feel free to talk and whatnot. I will be happy to respond. Though I will probably be either listening to music, or if I can't keep myself quiet while listening to the music, because I do tend to hum and whatnot a lot along to the music, or worse, uh, then then I'll switch over to podcasts because then I can focus a little bit better with podcasts. But anyhow, with that said, we can kind of get going. Though I do want to kind of talk about exactly how I'll be doing this. So you can kind of see here. I need to move the chat over a bit. Let's move it over here. That'll do. So, as you can see here, I have a stone turtle. It's not actually stone; it's plastic, and it has like concrete or something in it that's not fully like properly set. There's like a lot of loose stuff in there. The hardest bit to paint is going to be the little plug on the bottom of it, but otherwise it should be relatively fine. It is a bit cold, but it should be okay. These are the general colors I'm planning on using. This should be all I really need. Stuff, a good variety of stuff. I will also be showing you guys what I plan on using as a kind of reference for the turtle. It's a picture I took while at the zoo. Yeah, so let me go ahead and pull up the reference photo. In fact, I just realized I could probably do this in a way that's a little bit easier for everyone. Let me add a thing that is another image. It will be turtle spelled wrong. And then we go to my zoo folder, this most recent thing, and then I'll find the image of the turtle that I plan on using, which is here. It's this one, I think. Yeah. Okay. And then let's see, can I crop it? Da, da, da. There's a way to do this. I think it's Shift. No, that's wrong. Control. Well, that scales it in a nice kind of linear way. Alt. There we go. There. Much better. I'll place that up in the corner. Add it. So that is the reference photo that we will be using. He's a nice little turtle. He zipped around a lot, and it was generally very fun. So that is the turtle that we are going to be trying to put onto this. There's going to be some difficulties, as you can see in the reference photo. I can't really point exactly, but if you look at the shell, the little platelets here are a lot flatter and a lot smoother. So it's going to be a little bit hard to fully translate the pattern onto this shell, but it should be fine regardless. We'll just have to hope, really. But yeah, otherwise, I will probably be listening to music again. Right. And also how I intend to do this, the methodology, is I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use this, the Reaper Bones basic guide. So I have this set, and it's how I painted, the stuff that came with the set. And I figured the methodology should work for something bigger. I mean, this is pretty much just a big figurine, right? The methodology should be sound. So I just need to follow this and apply it to this. And we will be starting with a bit of a base coat. I will have my current colors kind of here. And these are all the colors I have with me. I might need to occasionally lift something up. I have a bit of paper here to lift up and block the light that's coming from over there. Because over there, I have a light, and then over there, I also have a light. So I have a light on both sides to try to give a good look at the turtle as well as the overhead. But it's kind of blurring out the screen over here a bit, and we don't really want that. And especially if I'm trying to look at the turtle. But anywho, with that said, yeah, we can kind of get started. I'll be listening to music for a bit, but if I can't control myself while listening to the music, I will switch over to a podcast so that I'm less annoying to listen to while we do this. Alright. What the hell is that? I'm gonna ignore that and just go to this. And sadly, I can't let you guys listen to the music because I don't want to get copyright struck to hell and back. That would be very bad. So we'll just avoid that, shall we? Okay, so now that I got that going, yeah, I can have this up, and then I need my reference of the turtle. In fact, I'll probably move my reference of the turtle to over here with the YouTube chat. Oh, damn it. I'll move this over here. Make this big, maybe full screen even. And take the chat out. Well, now that's become a weird, long thing. I'll just leave it over here. That's fine. Okay, bring back the turtle. There we go. Alright. We should be good. Just gonna take a quick drink, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So for the shell, as we can see there, it's a relatively dark base. So I was thinking of using some raw umber and black, mixing those two together to kind of create a bit of that color. And I'll be using this brush here as my mixing stick, as I tend to, because I've already kind of done that in the past. So let us open up this big old thing of black. Good. Just put a little bit in. There we go. Not too much. Whoop. Ah, got it. There we go. And then a bit of raw umber. Like so. And then we mix. Make sure everything kind of comes together nicely. I might need to add a little bit of something to help brighten it up a bit. So far it seems to be going okay. It's not terrible. This is just the base color as well. Just something to... You could... Yeah, that's not bad. Kind of match the shell of the turtle a bit. So we will go with it like that. That should be good. We just need a base color on, and that's just for the shell as well, not for the body of the turtle. So now we're going to take this and we're going to do a test swipe to see how it spreads and if it needs to be thinned out a little bit or not. So let's see. I might just need a little bit of thinning, not too much. But let's go ahead and get it covered a bit. Yeah, it's looking a little bit better than I thought it would too, which is good. I think it helps that I didn't properly prime this, because normally what you would do with something like this is you might prime it with a more neutral color, but a lot of times doing that ends up causing extra issues, you know? Alright, so what we'll do is we'll stick the brush in here, one to help soften up the brush because the brush is a bit stiff, but we will also add a little bit of just a drop or two of floating medium into this. Just doop, doop, and there we go. That'll do. Alright, and then we'll take the mixing base thing and incorporate that throughout. Now the reason that we're doing this according to the little guide thing is because it asks for water, but I have access to floating medium, so I'm going to use floating medium. And it's to make it a bit smoother so that you don't end up with, like you can kind of see here, like brush strokes and whatnot that break up the look. But adding just a few drops. Now the floating medium, or according to the guide, the water, it's supposed to be like a 4-to-1 kind of ratio of, I think, paint to water. So 4 drops of paint to water. The issue is I'm not going by drops. I'm going by. It's also technically a little bit of a different thing. It's a lot, you know. I also need a paper towel. Oh, there's one. Okay, good. Yeah, that's a lot smoother. So we'll set this like that. And we'll take this, move that spoon that I need to really wash. Ah. There we go. Yeah, that's a lot. Well, smoother. That's fine. All we need is it to be a little bit smoother, a little bit more flexible. And that'll do. I'll move the paper towel back over. And we will scrape it off of the paintbrush again. There we go. That'll do. Let's see how that did. Oh, yeah. Smooth. think this is looking pretty good. And so far it's just brown, but something. That is looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the next bit in this is. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of black. Come on. Yeah, let's take the mix a bit. There we go. So we have to pretty much make a similar mixture of what we just had, but with a little bit less rumber. Like so. And we'll mix it into what we already have to just try to make it a little bit darker. But we also need some more of this. There we go. So this is just supposedly the wash that we're trying to make here of a darker color. So I just need to start mixing it in. There we go. That's a lot more watery, as well as a bit darker. This might not help too much. If I have to, I'll add a little bit more black to it to make it a little extra dark. But I should also make sure I properly clean up this brush. So let's rub it along the bottom a bit and then strain it out. Rub it along the bottom again. Strain it out again. Yeah, looking much better already. Towel. We'll just dry for a second so that we're not messing around with it too much. In the meantime, while we're letting that do that, we will take a quick look at the YouTube stuff. See about getting some additional tags and whatnot put in so that this stream could be found by more people. So. Oh. Ooh, okay. That was a worry. I think we're good. Oh, almost punched the turtle. According to YouTube, it was literally about to disconnect. So, yeah, we're good. Okay, so we should be okay. So yeah, so we're just letting this dry for a little bit. It's doing okay with that. So, yeah. And now there should be more tags and whatnot on the stream to help it out. Let me double check that. Yep. Oh, I have a little more. A little bit. Yeah. There we go. That should do. We'll see if that does anything. Anyway, we are sitting here with our little turtle friend, doing a little bit of work. And supposedly we've been streaming for the past 45 minutes. Wow, how time flies when you're focused in on adding a brown coat to a turtle. Technically, what I should do instead of doing the wash, I'm going to do it anyway, is I should do the base coat for everything else. Is what I should technically do. Am I? Probably not. Especially since I need to let this dry a bit, regardless. But we do still need to do the underside, and our reference photo does not show the underside of the turtle. So I need to look at maybe another reference to see what I can do. I can leave it full screen. I can just do this. That's face one. The underside's in shadow. Yeah, no, sadly, I do not have any perfect shot of the underside of turtle. So we're just gonna have to kind of interpolate, I guess. Figure it out. We'll figure it out. It's fine. But yeah, so still a little tacky, but it should be okay for a bit of a wash. Let's see. Now, actually, I probably should add more of the floating medium because it's supposed to be a massive disparaging ratio. So I'll go ahead and pop this back in that for a moment while I add some more floating medium. Like so. And then just ease it through. It'll be a little bit hard to actually tell when it's mixed through. Have to get into the light a little bit more. Probably could have just gone with pure black, huh? Oh well. There we go. I should do, based off of how it's kind of doing the little. Oh, you can't really see. Let me move that closer to the turtle. Like this. Okay, so you can kind of see here the kind of color. It's very kind of inky, which is what we're looking for. It still needs a little bit of mixing because you can. I don't know if you can see on the camera. But it's like a little bit, yeah, cloudy like that. Yeah. So I need to mix it through a bit more. But you can see it's definitely a lot more watery, which is what we need. Beautiful. Alright, make sure that the brush is nice and dry. Yeah, that'll do. Alright. So should be good to now start trying this. Yeah, that's much better. A lot thinner, a lot more absorption into the brush. And then we just kind of start brushing it through. I feel like I'm starting to wash it off a bit around here-ish. That's fine. Lower the brush a bit more, and we'll see. Hasn't done much, has it? That's fine. You can see the. Well, you can't because it's on the bottom. It has a very high retention rate. No. There. Anyway, we'll set this down here. Let this kind of dry a bit while we figure out what we're wanting to do for the base coat of body. So we'll take this and turn it like so to this one here. Okay. So base of our thing, it's actually a fairly light base on the turtle. So we're going to maybe mix, let's see. So you'll notice I don't have any white on here, which is fine. I don't even know where it went. But we'll do some sap green. And then the way we'll lighten it up is with a different color. And we'll see what we get, shall we? So sap green is our kind of base. And then we'll... I also realized I should probably clean off my mixing bit. There we go. So, our brightest thing is permanent yellow, so we'll go ahead and go with that as a little bit of a little droplet in. There we go. Just a little bit of that. And I think we'll start with that and we'll see how it goes. Shall we? Perfect. That worked. I think that worked out really well. That's a little bit too bright. So what we'll probably do is try to dull it out a bit. Let's figure out a good way to dull it. Oh, well, we have olive green right here, so we'll see about adding olive green into it to dull the sheen. Oop. A bit. This is kind of my favorite part of painting is the color mixing to try to get a good thing. This works to darken it a bit, but I think we need to fling it in a different direction, shall we? So let's get a little bit crazy and add a little bit of pink, shall we? See what it does. Just a little bit. But not just pink, we will add a bit of yellow ochre as well to counteract it a bit. Like so. Because what we're looking for is, if you look kind of by the base of the neck of the turtle, or not the base, like you look at the around here on the turtle. That's what we're looking for a base color. This is too green for that. So we're just trying to get a little bit somewhere else. So we're adding in these colors to try to get to that somewhere else. And so far, not bad, actually. It's becoming a bit muddy, but that's fine for the color we're going for. It also got rid of that, just how bright the green was, which is what we were kind of looking for. So that's actually kind of close to what I was looking for. Closer, at least. I mean, kind of needs to be paler, but in comparison, it's better. Should I add? You know what? Yeah, let's add a little bit of burnt sienna. Okay, I wasn't expecting that to be there. I think it's the topper of the cap. Yeah. Well, hey, I guess help keep a seal and keep things fresh. That'll do. Let's add a little bit of burnt sienna into this, like so. And now we just mix it through. See if that helps pale it out further and get it a bit closer to that kind of scaly light green that I'm looking for. Plus, adding a bit of the burnt sienna helps it kind of blend a bit more with this. Oop. And the other browns that will be going on the top of the turtle head when we get there. Okay. That's a bit of an interesting shape. It's just made. Let's see. Yeah, that's actually not bad. And seeing it on my skin, it doesn't look terrible either. Yeah. Let's see. We're gonna add a little bit of yellow to it. No, you go. There we go. I think that this will be it. once we get... Yeah. This shall be our final color. I'll stop adding paint. Because I think that that's going to be a pretty good base. Especially when we thin it out a little bit with the medium. Yeah, okay. So now we... Oh. There we go. Just a little bit. Yeah, that's looking good. So what we do is we will goop, goop, goop. Goop, goop. There we go. And we'll just start applying it. And remember, this is just the base. So it will be mostly covered up by the time we're done. Notice this, that kind of greeny color that I was, but not super greeny. Yeah, that's pretty good. And think, there's pink in there. There's pink in that. Not doing much, but it's in there. Mostly just helped lighten it up, add a little bit of vaguely red hue deep down. I think we're good to maybe turn the turtle over if we need to. I'm trying to get this squeezed through. I do need to remember that the eyes are under there. Okay, here. Let's take this. There. Yeah, back up. Let's get in the little foot divots. Oh, my phone just buzzed. Why'd it buzz? No, nothing to do with me. Shit, calm down. Nope, nope. Meh. Stay. Wee. Stay, stay. Ignore that bit. That will be fixed later when we do the base coat of the shell, of the bottom shell. How did this get in here? No, I don't want to listen to this song. I could have swore I took you out of my playlist. Stop it. Where are you? Oh, where are you? It's this one. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be here. Ask it. No clue why it played that song. It shouldn't. I do not like that song. I like the normal version of the song, but I don't like the version where it sounds like someone's joking. Okay. We'll see what damage we've done to the top of the shell when we flip this back over, which I guess is actually now. And I know the wet feet and whatnot, but it should only affect the kind of the rim bits. So let's go ahead and grab and flip. Oh yeah, yeah. A bit, a bit of damage. That's fine. We will fix that in a minute when we gone through and done the touch-ups. Nah. Oops. I forgot that that would be a possibility. That the turtle would just stick to the paper. That's funny. Okay. There we go. That tickled me. There we go. Here, just to get started on the repair job. We'll use the wash to kind of give it a start on a stain of kind, which will help pull stuff off. Cover it at least until it dries, in which then it will reveal once again the stuff. There. Okay. There's that. Isn't that just looking like a turtle? Not necessarily that turtle, but it's looking like a turtle. And remember again, this is just the base coat. It will be changed, and a lot more detail will be added. Let's see how we're doing. So now we need to try and do the base coat of the belly. That's going to be a little bit harder to do. Because one, we're going to have to turn it back on its back, which is going to once again damage this coat here. That's fine. I will repair it before we finish this stream. But yeah, so let's bite the bullet. Let's do it. Let's flip it. So you can also see the damage that's been done to the feetsies of the turtle. And surprisingly, not really anything. That's good. Yeah. So now we just need to do this. I'm thinking pretty much this, but much brighter. Yeah. So yeah, pretty much that, but up top. And much lighter. So we will probably do yellow ochre. Let's turn this to the next little section. And we need to start soaking that while we start mixing the bases. So I think it'll be primarily yellow ochre with maybe a little bit of additional yellow, and then tiny bit of raw umber to help. So primarily this. Yeah, need to stop dropping the caps. There we go. So primarily that. Tiny bit of this. There we go. Fly by the seat of my pants kind of guy. Tiny bit. Come on. Of that. A little bit of this. Stop that. There. Let's do like what we did with the skin. We'll add a little bit of pink, just for a laugh. A little bit of pink. And I think we do need to add a tiny bit of green into it. And I think olive would be good for a shell. So we'll do. There we go. That should do. There we go. Let's see what comes out of it. So far, so good, actually. That's kind of almost exactly what I was hoping for. For a bit of a tannish belly. Almost exactly what I wanted. Nice. So now we'll leave that for a second while we clean off the brush. Okay. Okay, now I just need to add a little bit of this in because I forgot to. There we go. That'll do. Now please let this... So what's currently playing is hopefully the normal version of the song that I had to rush through to figure out why it was playing. I don't like that version of the song. Oh my god, it's playing the exact same version. Why? No. Why are you playing it again? I tried to make sure that you were exactly not in the playlist. Yes, remove it, please. For the love of God, get it out of my playlist. Can you show me where it is in the playlist? This is cruel and unusual punishment. Hundreds of songs and you go for the version of the song that I hate. And it shouldn't even be in the playlist. Let me check near the bottom. Okay, and I'll work my way up. There's hundreds of songs in this playlist, and it chooses the same song twice. One, which is annoying, and then two, it's the worst version of the song. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so I'll just work through it and see if I can find the stupid thing. Exile it from the list. Okay. See, I'm not seeing it in the list at all. Why it keeps popping up, I don't know. So rude. Yeah, that works. Okay, so, well, we've been going for an hour and a half. So we will continue on for a bit, and then we'll probably call it after I do this base coat here. so that one, we can let it dry between streams, and two, so I can double check and make sure we're doing a good job. But I'm happy that it came out pretty much in the color that I wanted. That is about how we were going. And again, we're just kind of guessing with the belly of the turtle, because I do not have any photos of the belly of the turtle. Because I didn't think to ask the, zookeeper that was there, hey, could you turn the turtle over? Because I think that would have been a little bit weird. Okay, let's start with trying to get this plug fully covered. Get it with a bit of a rough coat, so that it's, and try to get it nice and sealed around them, because we also want to make sure that the little plug doesn't come out. We also need to cover the green area. There we go. Oh my god. Is this going to be the real version of the song? One, I think it's a different song, so that's a good start. Same band, different song. And hopefully a good version of it. Yes, good. There's still a good chance that this is the version with a guest singer on it, but it's fine. The guest singer's not screaming in my ear. And it's not the one with the guest singer. Oh, fun. So far it's looking a bit Ninja Turtle colors, but that's fine. Okay, I need to stick something under the shell. Like so. To let it dry for a bit. Oh, take a little bit of a break real quick while we let it dry, and then we'll do a second coat on the belly. Ooh. Ah, okay. Oh, I can ever so lightly see my hand down under the table. Whew. I'll probably have to grab white at some point because I will need to do something for the eyes. Some lightly bald spots. Okay. Try to get a bit of a skin on it. So that when I come in with a second layer on the center bit, whoops, looks like I hit a bit that wasn't fully mixed in. That's fine, I guess. I'll just mix it in on the belly like so. We'll use it to help cover the plug. Like so. Ta-da! And then we'll go through and add a bit of a second coating ever so lightly. So like get a good amount on and then just kind of lightly brush. The only issue with it is it'll start trying to fill in the grooves. If we're not too careful, we'll also undo our covering of the plug. There we go. It's looking pretty good. A little bit paint heavy, but that's fine. Okay. That's pretty good for a kind of base coat and whatnot. Set that in there to start drying, and things on the feet seem pretty good. So, although somehow the base, like down here on the turtle, is still goopy. So, that's fine though. Okay. This is hard to turn. Okay. And there. Now I do need to real quick whip up a tiny mixture of what we first started with, just a very tiny amount of it. Yep, will do. So I'll just mix it up with this brush like this. I'll dip it in there to thin it out a bit, and then just go over these spots ever so lightly. Just kind of recover them up because it decided to undo itself a bit, which is fine. It happens, especially when it's, you know, breakdancing on its back. There we go. Need to. Oh no. Dang it. The bottom touched down. That's not terrible. Yeah, the bottom touches down a little too easy though, so we need to figure out how to prop him up a bit. That might work. Let's real quick though, touch up the plug. That's the main thing that touched down, luckily. The thing that was going to be the hardest to dry anyway, because it's a darn plug. Okay. So the thing I'm thinking of is this. I should be able to prop the feet. Like, well, even if the feet end up on the inside. As long as the belly's raised, which now it is, that should be good. To let it get airflow around and dry. Let's take this, grab some of this and touch up around this corner here. There we go. Looking good base color wise, I think. A little bit of blemishes on the face. But I think overall, so far, so good. It's looking like turtle. Not necessarily, again, not necessarily that turtle, but it's getting there, you know. And next time we will see about getting the other kind of layers on as well. But I think so far it's looking pretty good. Just some minor things that would like touch up here and there, like around the edges, where I might not have fully taken the colors all the way down. But that's fine, you know. Anyway, let's look at my hands. I gotta love how that just happens. But anyway, we are going to go ahead and leave it like this for now so that it can have time to dry all around it and have a good time in general. But yeah, with that said, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you guys enjoyed this, feel free to give it a like, comment, subscribe. I will be doing some more stuff like this every so often. Maybe not, super often, because I don't have all that many projects in mind. Like, I want to do something with this frame itself at some point, but what, I don't know. We'll find out. Then there's a few other things, like I have a Metal Earth thing that I need to build. I have a dinosaur skeleton thing that I can do. So there's some more stuff like this that I can do on stream. That I'll probably end up doing at other times. And I know, where's the video games, right? I will be doing more video game streams here soon, including Dark Souls and all the fun stuff. It's just, getting it down right and being able to play other games that I want to play is getting a little bit messy. Messy. But yeah, so I will be playing some Dark Souls sometime soon. I don't know exactly when. I'll also be playing Mafia sometime soon. But the big stream push is going to be coming in the new year. So, like, I'll probably do a Dark Souls stream potentially tomorrow even, or I might continue working on this tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, I do plan on streaming a little bit more. It's just getting the planning down right. The one I've planned the most for actually is the next Dark Souls stream. You know, my planning my route and everything to get where I need to go. But yes, with that said, yeah, feel free to check out the other stuff. I've been doing some Destroy All Humans, which a new episode came out today, and the newest episode of Lost in Sci-Fi and Fantasy is on the newest Godzilla film. So very exciting. Then next week is going to be Star Ocean, and then the week following that's going to be the Marvels. The week following that's going to be the Doctor Who specials, and the week following that is going to be the Christopher Eccleston season of Doctor Who. I called it Doctor Who season 1, and supposedly there's a potential that they're going to call the next season 1 as well. It's going to be confusing, but I'll keep an ear out for more news on that as it comes out. And I'll talk about it in those episodes when they come out on Christmas and New Year's. But anywho, with that said, thank you guys again so much for joining me, and we'll continue working on this turtle next time. Goodbye.